with Ayesha and Anthony Edwards, a lot of people have been talking about this on Twitter because Ayesha, now let me remind you, Ayesha is a little baby's first baby mama. I think she goes as Little Miss Golden on Instagram, and she's got a kid with a little baby, and she just had another baby with Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is in the NBA. He's like a big NBA star. He's 23. And Ayesha is 38, so she's even quite a bit older than Lil Baby, and allegedly Anthony Edwards' girlfriend is also older. Deep sigh, niggatry, ratchetry. Look, Ayesha has been doing this thing for a minute now. Ayesha is just like all these other bitches. Like, they be with these dudes, they lay up with them, they have these kids, they want to check. Like, that's just how they are. And the men are just as stupid for constantly laying down with bitches who they know want to check. Like, it's like, are y'all that delusional that y'all think that these women actually like you for you, that they actually want you? And like, sometimes, like, you know, I'm not saying that all women are like that. I'm a woman. What I'm saying is, when you are a athlete, you're a famous athlete, just like if you are a famous music artist, if you're famous, people are trying to get clout off of you. Your male friends, the hoes that are around you, even some of your family. Like, yes, there's types of people, Dion, for sure. And athletes are a type of people. And the hoes that they lay down with are a type of people. And those two type of people constantly get entangled because of the kind of people that they are. And they just continuously stay in this loop, in this cycle of having a bunch of kids out of wedlock. And one party did it for money, and one party was just trying to, you know, get off. And then the story ends up the same way, with bitter ass people, you know, just being, again, resentful of each other, and an innocent child is in the mix, and now that person has to go through generational trauma because their parents are fucking birds. It's just sick and ridiculous, and it's tiring. These guys, they don't want... One thing I can tell you about athletes, from being in college and from going to school with athletes, a lot of them, again, are not looking for very, like, level-headed young women. They are looking for bops and birds who can have a conversation with them. Because I never was really into athletes, because a lot of them are not that smart. When they meet like a level-headed woman that's focused on her school, focused on her job, actually is busy, actually has priorities, actually has a life, actually has goals, accomplishments, that is hard for them to relate to and, you know, get jiggy with. But when they meet these, you know, Tweety Bird head bitches that, you know, only know how to throw it back and pop bubblegum, oh, those are the bitches that they like. And those two types of people, let them have each other, because they always end up crashing out together anyway. I hope Ayesha does get her check. She just pushed out a baby. She took 9 months of her life. She threw that ass back. He slept with her raw. Hopefully she gets her paycheck. But the paycheck will be minuscule to the amount of karma that's coming her way. Because, you know, she's already had a lot of issues with Lil Baby. And now she's going through it with Anthony Edwards. And she will continue to go through, just like Joy Chavez. They will continue to go through this cycle and the pain of being resented by the father of your kids. And, like, low-key, he hates you because you used him. You manipulated him. You snaked him. Like, he, you know, and he was stupid too, to, like, again, mess with you unprotected. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, you knew what you were doing. You knew he was just trying to, like, lay down with you. And you took it to the next level because you wanted a paycheck. And you might get the paycheck, but it will come. Nothing in life is free. You will pay in other ways. You will pay in your peace and your mental health. She looks so dumb. Yeah, she looks stupid. Yeah, she looks stupid, but she don't care. All she's doing is counting the money. That's all she's doing. And it's just like, what these bitches don't, what gags me with them is the only way, you know you're dumb as hell when the only way you know how to make money is to go have another baby. You've been laying up with a little baby for years. You've been sharing him with half of Atlanta and half of Hollywood. And you've been sharing him with Jada and men and women and everybody else. And you've been getting child support checks. What's up, Camp? I'm talking about these hoes tonight. But I'm talking about Ayesha and Anthony Edwards. Ayesha sat up there for years, shared little baby with half the world, and you can only have more kids to make more money. You haven't started a business. And don't get me started talking about Jada, because Jada be starting businesses and they be failing. Meanwhile, Ayesha, I did not know Ayesha was that fucking old. You almost 40 years old, sleeping with men who are much younger than you. And you haven't, again, with all the time that you've been fucking around on the internet, you don't have a certification in anything. You don't have a license in anything. You don't have your degree. You haven't done anything. You have nothing but time and money. And you still laying on your back to make money. You still trapping niggas at almost 40 years old. Like, you a failure. And all you're doing is proving that you're stupid. So Ayesha, she too old to be doing what she's doing. I cannot believe she's that old. But that just shows, again, slow and remedial. Just like once you get older as a woman, you do start to realize that older men a lot of times are throwaways. A lot of times are bitter and unpicked and unchosen. Like, there's a reason why they're still single at 35, 36. Some men are like that. Some people, you're like, you're just a mess. You're just a mess of a person. Right. It's just, this shit is bogus.